saw.
I was livid on Sunday. I was very, very upset. And when you look at the game, last week I said, out of all the years Coach Carroll has coached the Seattle football team, this year he has got to be on point. And when I watched Coach Carroll last week, I felt like last week when he played the Broncos, he took that game very personal. I felt like he made that game about Coach Carroll. And in turn, when you make the game personal, when you make it about Coach Carroll, what happens when you win that game? You take a big sigh of relief, like, I did it. And internally, when I looked at that football team, I looked at a football team that felt like they arrived. I felt like I looked at a team that they made it. And when I looked at them, they weren't physically ready. Mentally, they were not there. And I felt like, Coach Carroll, you've been around this for a long time, right? You cannot put that message out, talking about validation, talking about other former players, because internally, your team hears that. And I felt like when you turn on the tape on Sunday, you saw a team that was not ready to go.
So you just quickly, you do hear that stuff as a player? You know what your coach is saying in the media?
Absolutely. And he preaches the message during the week. He preaches the message during the week and after the game. And so when you feel that, you have that lack of urgency, if you're coming off a loss or if you just make it all about the Broncos, not about just one player, that's what happens. Internally, you play a Niners that's hungry, that's coming off a loss, and you get punched in the mouth.
He admitted some of that when we talked to him on Monday. He kind of said as much.
I felt it. I felt it on Wednesday. We had Wednesday was a walkthrough practice because it's the short week. Thursday, we bounced back and had a nice day on Thursday. Relative to Wednesday, I felt like I couldn't wait to get back on the field on Thursday because I knew Wednesday just didn't feel right. And and then Friday was pretty clean, which the guys were doing stuff right. But you could kind of tell that we were still a little bit foggy, and unfortunately, I'll tell you, me too. I carried that game. That was a big win, and we had a lot of fun on that thing, and I needed to do better too. If I could feel it, then certainly they're feeling it as well, and we needed to overcome it with good play, and we didn't.
That's why I love him so much. Coach Carroll, way to hold yourself accountable. He knew it. He knew that he made that game so magnified, so big. They're chanting Geno's name in the stands. They thought they won the freaking Super Bowl on Monday night. And internally, what happens? You just get a little comfortable. Oh, we got a big-time win. No, you got a win. You got 16 more to go, Coach. And so I'm glad that he admitted that because I looked at it, I'm like, this is Sunday. I'm nervous. I told y'all last week, I'm nervous for Sunday. I am really nervous because it's human nature. You have a young team, not much experience, and as a coach, you have got to keep their focus on point. Got to keep their focus on point. And he dropped the ball last week, and I think he knows that.
I know Brock wants to jump in on this, but let me just ask, do you think that's harder for Pete than other coaches? And I was talking about this with Brock on Monday and trying to figure out, okay, how do you not avoid what you just said? How do you keep it so that you don't have the emotional letdown after that big win? And I wonder whether you have to be a Bill Belichick type where you're constantly preaching all the time, every game's the same. Pete's all about emotion.
Coach Carroll does a phenomenal job. But if they don't play Russell their first game, I believe that it's just fine. Right, because he always preaching championship opportunity. Every game is a championship opportunity. And if he does not play Russell week 1, Monday Night Football, the whole world is watching, I believe that the results are better